So it's getting that time of year where it's time for us to get our tomatoes kind of protected and trellised up, and we wanted to show you guys how we do it. It's distinctly different than what the big box stores will sell you. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or some other box store, this is their idea of a tomato cage. These things will cost you, depending on the thickness of the metal and how tall they are, they're going to be somewhere between $3 and $15 a piece. And you're probably going to get a year, 2, 3 at the most out of one of these things. When you get them completely planted into the ground, they're not very tall. They're 2.5 feet tall at the most. They don't give you that much support. So what we do, well, Sam is taking it from me. This is what's called concrete wire. A roll of this, I think it's 200 feet long, and a roll of this is gonna be around a couple $100. You can buy this at any lumber yard, and this wire is used to form a grid in concrete to build stability. And what we do is we use this. We form this into a tomato cage, and it's much taller. It has more places for the plant to stick through and give it support for the weight of the tomatoes. So the way that you make one of these things, you're going to need a couple of things. One is you're going to need some good heavy-duty wire cutters. I use a bolt cutter. And then you're going to need a pair of good fencing pliers to bend the wire over. So what we do is we measure them out, however, the diameter that we want to make these. We cut it with the bolt cutters. I take the fencing pliers, I bring it over, and I make a U shape with it so that this will hook the other side of the panel. So the way that you're going to roll one of these and form the cage is you're going to take it and you're going to roll it over on itself. You're going to allow these hooks to catch, and now you have a tomato cage that has lots of points for different parts of the plant to be supported. It's going to be substantially taller. When this thing goes into the ground, these are going to go in 7 or 8, 9 inches. And so this thing is going to be 2.5 feet taller, more support points. You can make so many cages out of one roll of that wire. So, in the long run, it's more cost effective. These are going to last longer. They're going to last, I would say 5, 6, 7 years minimum. They're going to eventually start to rust through, but they are going to be heavier duty, and they're going to last you a long time. What I wanted to talk to you guys about with these cages is you want to make sure that your diameter is not too wide. In the past, we made our circle too big, and the plant has to get too large before it starts to spread out and weave through the supports, and that can lead to too much of the plant being on the ground and retaining moisture. So this is probably about 18 inches across. I would not recommend anything any wider than that, and that's going to give you plenty of support, but the plant doesn't have to be too big to reach that. So I encourage you to make your own tomato cages. You're going to save yourself some money and have a better product.